Alrighty, so we have the bag open. So in this beauty, we got NHL 94. It's in the game. I remember coming across the crease every time for an easy score, and one-timers were like the best in this game. I got, what's else here? Joe and Mac. Data East. And we got Link to the Past, one of the greatest games ever, obviously. And then NBA Jam. I saw the previews for this. It's out in the Wii now, and they're gonna come have it for a PS3 and Xbox 360 soon. So probably gonna rent that one just for the fun of it. But actually, it's gonna have online mode, I've heard, whereas the Wii version doesn't. What else we got in here? Castlevania 4. How appropriate is that with Castlevania just coming out? This was a great game. Oh man, so much. Did I even do a classic series on this game? I totally should. Yeah, gotta think about that one. What am I doing? Super Soccer. I don't even know how I got that one. I think I just inherited it randomly. I never even played it really. What else we got in here? Oh, Super Mario RPG. Great game. One of the rare ones when Square and Nintendo actually came together after the Final Fantasy debacle, and that was really fun to play. What else we got in here? No other cartridges. Where's like my all my other stuff? I thought I had a lot more games than that. I had all the games with the boxes before, but oh well. I guess, you know, things go missing over time. More Super Nintendo controllers. I can't believe I have this stuff. I got nothing on the Video Game Nerd, as I'm sure you've heard of that guy before. He's got like everything. Okay, back to my story though. That was quite a large roundabout. But okay, so you can see how old this is. It's all like, the purple has gone yellow. But hopefully you'll be able to see this. So this guy, my mom is going to buy Final Fantasy VI used. And it's about 60 bucks, charging full price for a brand new game. And this is a used copy. So this guy comes over to my house, and where did I put the box? Come on, Cam, get your stuff together here. There we go. Okay. Now, so Final Fantasy VI, never before in Canada, they haven't even, released Final Fantasy 4 or 5 yet. And this is me in grade 6 telling them, Final Fantasy 6, they haven't even released 4 and 5 yet, but in Japan they have Final Fantasy 6. I gotta have this game. Guy comes over, this Asian gentleman, and he asked me for my Super Nintendo. I'm like, why? I thought he was gonna try and just run away with my Super Nintendo. And I didn't realize this till years later. And actually, I should have the cartridge for this still. I'm kind of disappointed. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's in the other bag. But what he did was, the cartridge was for Final Fantasy VI, as everyone knows, is Final Fantasy III. It's the exact same game. I didn't know this. But in order for a Super Famicom cartridge to fit in a Super Nintendo, to protect people from bringing it over from Japan or PAL areas, there is 2 little slots. Here we go. There is 2 little things. Now, where my finger is, there's a bump there, and usually that will prevent the wrong disc or the wrong cartridge from going in there. But this guy, what he did was, he went and chiseled those out. There's one on each side. Right there. I might edit this later and try and point it out. But there's 2 of them. And if you look at any of the Super Nintendo games, you'll notice there are 2 corresponding slots, so that, they're region protected. So what this guy did was he chiseled them off, and the disc is round, like it's more round on the front, and it doesn't have all this. It's just straight all the way down, like the original Super Nintendo cartridges. So he chiseled that away, and I was so excited. I pop it in, and then I see the first screen come down in the same music. I'm like, what is this? This guy was already gone. Same music, same graphics. And I figure at first I'm in denial. I'm like, oh, maybe in Japan it's just, it'll switch to the real game in a couple seconds. Never happened. So it was the exact same game, Final Fantasy III, except it was all in Japanese. Now, I'm Canadian, and French is our second national language, and I had a hard time with that. I didn't want anything to do with it. But to spite this guy, I beat the fucking game in Japanese. Because I played through Final Fantasy 3 so much that I essentially knew what needed to be done when. So I got pieces of paper and I tested out each menu and I did a translation for myself. So this icon means this spell or this item, so that I knew what choices to make. And I beat the game just to prove that Asian bastard, he totally took me for a ride and he knew it. Because he heard me saying it to my mom when he came over, how Final Fantasy VI hadn't been released yet, and blah blah blah. The slick bastard just let me have it. And he didn't even look back. He totally scammed me. But I wanted, just when I'm going back to opening this stuff, and now, because I'm going to be able to organize stuff better, now that I've taken everything out though, it's like all over my floor. Shit. Whatever, I'll make it work. I'm calling in sick tomorrow anyway because I need time. So that brings us to this bad boy here. And this, I should be able to open this with one hand. Give me a sec here. Ah! Don't look at the screen, you'll get epilepsy. Here's. Next, what else do we got here? Oh, it's the bad boy. Got my N64. And, wow, where did some of that come from? Looks like someone took a shit all over it. Oh my god. What happened to you, baby? Aw. I feel like a neglectful parent. Someone call social services on me, like, right now. This is unacceptable. Oh man. It's like... Oh my god. This is embarrassing. I'm probably gonna get unsubscribers now for the way I've treated my N64. Aw. Ah. Here we are. Game Genie, Final Fantasy II. Oh man, I've spent so many hours on this game. And Game Genie was fun. Back in the day, I was a Game Genie user. I got it for my Nintendo and for Super Nintendo and a little bit for the N64. I think I used Pro Action Replay for my PS1 because I'm not a cheater, but I enjoy playing around with cheats and mods like this to extend my gameplay with this. And the Game Genie did a really good job at that. It was really cool to go through, you know, getting stuff all at the beginning or getting other power-ups. And at times I would make it even harder for myself. The Game Genie was cool that way, that you could handicap yourself to make the game even more challenging. I believe that they had some stuff for Ninja Gaiden. Like, you really even needed to make that harder? Come on now. Ah, haha. Here we are. So, as you can see, Final Fantasy VI, this is the PAL version, right? Famicom logo. There's no slots on the back. And of course, all in Japanese. You think I could have had it, I should have had a tip-off. But, yeah. Slick bastard took me and my mom for a ride. But, it's a funny memory I have about it. Because, you know, it's just life lesson, I guess. And we got Power Pack for my N64. What else we got in here? Ultima, Black Gate. I think I inherited this too. I don't remember even playing it that much. What else we got in here? Ah, yes, Game Shark for N64. That was enjoyable. Funny thing was, there's no Game Shark codes to make the Water Temple in Ocarina of Time any easier. Friggin' shit. Nah. Quest 64. The first game, I think this is one of the original games that I played for the N64, and I bought it for like $5 because I actually enjoyed it at first. I know, I don't know why, and no, I wasn't drunk. I promise, I was like in grade 10. I didn't do that stuff. I don't know why I did that. And then of course, Final Fantasy 3. Heart. And what else? Is there anything else in here? Oh yes, the Rumble Pack for the N64. Pardon me, it's a Tremor Pack. So I think this is third party. Yeah, so you can H or L it. So I think low or high. So that was really cool. And of course, there's the expansion pack. And it's, oh my god, what the hell happened here? Like, I've kept this in a bag for so long. How did they even get this dirty? I generally really take good care of my stuff. Like, if any of my buddies are over and they've had their hands in chips and stuff, I make sure they don't even touch the controllers before they touch, they wipe their hands off and stuff. I hate it when people with gunky hands. So I can't believe how this happened to my Nintendo 64 stuff. Of course, it's been moved around for years and years and years. And then there's a VHS tape, I think. Oh, Halloween from Hell. Oh my god. This was a videotape where, when wrestling was huge, I was able to take one of my high school garbage cans and smash it over my best friend's head, and then over his back in front of my school principal, and walk away without any problems. We hit each other over the head, like, with signs, and I think he double powerbombed me on the ground and chokeslammed me on one of the lunch tables. We had like 600 people watching us. It was crazy. But the things you do when people are watching you. And then there's just some regular plugs. So it's well, as I was reorganizing my stuff, I came across this and I figured, hey, it's pretty cool to see. So what I'm thinking is, I can't be the only person to have a collector's, well, this isn't a collector's, this is like, I mean, not even organized, the box aren't in good condition, but what I'd like to see is if there's any of my viewers out there who have an old collection, or, you know, a bunch of their old games. You don't have to play them anymore, but you still have them just because it's nostalgia factor. I don't like selling my stuff. I don't. Because I paid money for it. So I don't like selling it away. And, yeah. So if you have an older collection, I'm going to be making a thread over on SixNation.com. And what I'd like you to do is just see how your collection matches up with anyone else's. Just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. And I'm going to make a thread over there, and I'll post the link in the description of the video if I actually don't edit it right now, or before I put it up. So this was just really random and kind of cool, and I was reorganizing my place. So once again, thank you guys and girls for subscribing. I'm, like I said, just a regular guy, and surprised that, you know, people are that interested, but thanks again. And hopefully you continue to enjoy your games.